This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1.
Yeah!
Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: MapQuest, Father of the Bride, IHOP, Utopia, Movie Adjectives, and Literature. Player 1, start us. To visit Sensoji Temple in this capital, cross Komagata Bridge, turn right, and walk north on the Nakamisidori. Player 1? Good. Player 1, the drive from Denmark to Malmö in this country includes a 5-mile stretch across the Øresund Bridge. Yes, Player 1? Good. You again, Player 1. From Paris's Royal Saint-Honoré Hotel, walk a half-mile down Rue Saint-Honoré, turn right, and walk into its glass pyramid. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, choose again. To visit San Marino, take a winding road up Mount Titano, a short drive from Rimini in this country. It's Player 1. That's it. Player 1, choose from Ulaanbaatar, go straight south to Wuhai, flip a left, and go about 500 miles to reach this world capital. Let's hear it, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. This steel man who gave away $350 million gave away his daughter Margaret at her 1919 wedding. It's Player 2. Right. A lot of clues. On November 14th, 1973, his daughter Anne got married at Westminster Abbey, with 500 million watching on TV. Okay, Player 1. You got it. All right, In 2002, Ralph Steadman, who took a wild trip to this city with Hunter Thompson, went back to see his daughter wed. Okay, Player 1. Good. Player 1. 9 weeks before he died, this Broadway lyricist got his daughter to the church on time. It's Player 2. That's correct. A lot of clues. Days before the 1992 election, this candidate accused the GOP of trying to disrupt his daughter's wedding. Player 1? Yep. Player 1, start us. The red type of this marsupial can leap over barriers as high as 6 feet. Let's hear it, Player 3. Right. A lot of clues. This class of animals includes frogs and toads. It's Player 1. Right. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player one. The hare named for this country between France and the Netherlands is actually a rabbit. Player one? Yes. Player one, back to you. A grasshopper shares the billing with one of these insects in the title of an Aesop fable. It's player three. Good. Where do we begin, player three? This tiny insect pest, Pulex irritans, can leap more than 130 times its own height. Yes, player two. You are correct. All right, let's get back into this. Player Olympic competition in 1900 included this type of swimming, judged on distance and time submerged. Yes, player one. Good for you. A lot of clues. The Salgir, the Chernaya, the Alma, and the Dnieper are all rivers that flow through this country. Okay, player two. That's right, way to go. Where do we begin, player two? It's the quality of being useful, or the useful knife used to cut drywall. Yes, player two. Yes. Player two. An adjective meaning of an elevated region, or the main type of cotton grown in the American South. Yes, player one. That's correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player one. The match is coming before the main boxing match. Okay, player three. That is correct. Player three, start us. 1989, The Blank Baker Boys. Let's hear it, player two. That is correct. Player two, 2011, The Blank Lady. It's player three. Yep. Player three, 2000, The Blank Storm. Okay, player three. Hey, you're right. You again, player three. 1969, The Blank Bunch. Let's hear it, player two. Good. All right, let's get back. 2005, The Blank Gardener. Okay, player one. Yes. Okay, let's get back into this. Player one, you make the next selection as we continue. His ship was wrecked off an island near South America. He remained alone on the island for 28 years. It's player two. Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection as we continue. The Lilliputians called this Jonathan Swift character Quinbus Flestrin, which means Great Man Mountain. It's player one. That is correct. Player one, make a selection, please, as we continue. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. What'll it be? Answer. In a Nathaniel Hawthorne tale, Thomas Mall built a house in Salem with 7 of these. Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. You again, player one. Tom Sawyer told this girl, I don't care for anybody but you. Then gave her a brass knob from an andiron. Yes, player two. You got it. And here's the $1,000 clue. The Ministry of Truth is Oceania's propaganda department in this Orwell classic. It's player three.
Yeah!
Right you are.
Is in
Player three is in third place, which means, of course, player three will select first in Double Jeopardy. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. Science abbreviations. Death sentences. Country music. Questions from a 1927 quiz book. Retronyms. And what can Brown do for you? Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection as we continue. There's a phase of sleep abbreviated NREM, which stands for no this eye movement. Player one? You got it. Where do we begin, player one? In computer science, GUI is this kind of user interface. Yes, player two. Good. Player two, you start us off. As opposed to an MD, a DO is a doctor of this holistic practice. Player two. That is correct. The T in TSH stands for this gland. The SH is for stimulating hormone. Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. Okay, let's get back into this. Player one, you make the next. The lowercase r in RRNA stands for this adjective. It's player three. Yes. Player three, you start. She began a famous poem, Because I could not stop for death. He kindly stopped for me. Okay, player two. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player two, make a selection. Joseph Stalin reportedly said, a single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a this. Yes, player three. Yep. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player three, make a selection. If I could drop dead right now, I'd be the happiest man alive is attributed to this movie mogul. Let's hear it, player three. That's correct. You get to pick again, player three. For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? He wrote in the prophet. Okay, player two. That is correct. Player two, you start us off. In his holy sonnets he wrote, Death be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful. Okay, player one. Hey, you're right. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 1, make a selection. At his wedding reception in 2006, he serenaded bride Nicole Kidman with the song Making Memories of Us. Player 1? Correct. Player 1, back to you.
At the 2010 ACM Awards, this American Idol became the first woman to win Entertainer of the Year twice.
Okay, player 2. Good. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has control of the board. One of the daily doubles. You're in second right now. You need to select your wager. All right, here's your clue. This Dolly Parton song topped CMT's list of the 100 greatest love songs of country music. That's it. Please pick again, player 2. His first #1 country hit and first top 40 pop hit was 1975's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Let's hear it, player 1. Good for you. Player 1, make a selection, please, as we continue. It's never too early for happy hour in It's 5 o'clock somewhere. A hit for Alan Jackson and him. It's player 1. Please pick again, player 1. Article 10 of this international organization's covenant implies that an attack on one is an attack on all. Okay, player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Alfred E. Smith and William Gibbs McAdoo were two of the candidates for this party's presidential nomination in 1924. Let's hear it, player 3. Correct. Player 3, you start. This cabinet department is in charge of the enforcement of prohibition. Okay, player 3. Good. You get to pick again, player 3. The Tacna-Arica boundary line dispute involves Chile and this neighbor to the north. Player 1. Correct. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 1, make a selection. The presiding officer of the U.S. Senate is this vice president. Player 3. Where do we begin, player 3? Retronyms were created by putting this word before coffee and gasoline. Let's hear it, player 1. That is correct. Player 1, make a selection, please, as we continue. As opposed to digital, it's the kind of watch with a face and hands. Player 1. Good for you. Player 1, pick again. Merriam-Webster's example of a retronym is console this. Player 1. That's right, way to go. Player 1, back to you. answer. The second daily double. You are in first place. Please enter your wager. Here is your clue. Frank Mankiewicz, the coiner of the word retronym, says one of his favorites is two-parent this. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. We return to you, player one. The Washington Post called Live This a classic retronym. Let's hear it, player two. Good. Player two, you start us off.
He was Britain's Prime Minister from 2007 to 2010.
Okay, player two. Yes. Select again. On December 2nd, 1859, this militant abolitionist was hanged for treason. Player three. Right you are. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. With his 12,313th rushing yard, he passed Jim Brown on the all-time NFL rushing list in 1984. Let's hear it, player three. You got it. Player three, pick again. The GK in the name of this Father Brown creator stood for Gilbert Keith. Yes, player two. Hey, you're right. And the $2,000 clue? Harold Brown was this president's Secretary of Defense. It's player three. Yes. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is Historic Purchases. Please enter your wager. And the last clue? The English received this person from the Burgundians in 1431 for the sum of 10,000 francs. Let's see your response. How much do you add to your total with that correct response? Did you come up with the correct response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? Let's see your response. And this correct response will add how much to your score? This makes you our new champion, player one, so congratulations. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.